What's going on, everybody? C4 here. Welcome back to episode 14 of the replacements here. In today's episode, you will see the Week 12 game against the Minnesota Vikings and the Week 13 home game against the Jets. Big things happening in today's episode. But first, we need to recap what happened last week in Week 11, a 26-20 defeat to the Giants. It was a very frustrating loss, lots of Madden cheese. But in that defeat, we had a NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Mr. Chad Johnson. Chad Ochocinco, 10 catches, 211 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns on the day. Still showing everyone, this is the land of opportunity. If you're a player that A, is in the eye of myself and or Danny Snyder that we want to see play, you're gonna have an opportunity. Or B, these players that constantly, even though they're old, even though all logic states that they should have no chance, they're always on Twitter, they're always on social media, they're always, the names are on the bubbles of guys that could get another opportunity in the National Football League. None more so, like I said, than just Colin Kaepernick or Chad Johnson. So today's episode is no different, as we have one roster spot available, and we're going to have 2 players over the next 2 weeks, Week 12 and Week 13. Whoever plays the best, who's ever the most productive, whoever gels the most with the team is going to make the roster. And I'm very excited to show to you today those 2 players. First up, at one defensive spot, we have Shawne Merriman, who has a chance at becoming our second 70-plus overall player. But I'm 100% literally putting this up to production. The other player's not a 70 overall, but if he outproduces Shawne Merriman, buy lights up. Now, Shawne Merriman, for me, is probably my favorite defensive end in Madden history, which is, sometimes we got to throw a little bit of video game history into the mix when we're trying to build up the replacement rosters. Now, people always say, C4, why do you always use the defensive lineman in your video? Well, that was because back in the day, lights out Shawne Merriman was a freak of nature, and he was an outside linebacker for the San Diego Chargers, like 86, 87. He's one of the best young edge rushers in football, but he's an outside linebacker. And I remember you used to be able to convert him from outside linebacker to defensive end, and he would go right to a 99 every single time. And he was so godly. That's why I was like, I want to use him, so I'm going to use the D-line. That's how it all started. And he's still looking pretty damn good. And Shawne Merriman is always a guy that still kept himself in pretty good shape. He's an analyst. He was like kind of doing an MMA fighting thing. And he's always on the bubble of like, won't he try to make another shot at football? I don't know if that's less than likely in the NFL, but like the AAF or the XFL, he's always around there. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he goes to the XFL with his ties with the WWE. So we're going to give him an opportunity. And this has been a battle going on in practice and stuff like that, so now we're going to give him some game time. Let's see what he looks like with pads in live game action. His competition is a very polarizing player, and it's not really what you think. I mean, there's a lot of intention when you see the name Michael Sam, what you're trying to do by showcasing him. And obviously, he has the off the field being like the first openly gay player, and that's kind of been the reputation that's hampered him. That's why a lot of people think he can't get a job in the National Football League, and then, he's kind of bounced around, and then there's other people that think he's just not a good football player. Why does everyone need to make it about, who he likes to, who he likes to do the dirty tango with in his free time? You know what I'm saying? But what we brought him in is because this man here obviously has some notoriety that's going to bring some eyes onto the product, which is one of our goals as a replacement, is that the NFL constantly wants to shun us and to just put us up in the attic and not let anyone else see. So the more and more polarizing players we do bring in, the more and more eyes we get on our product, which is a goal. But ultimately, I couldn't care less what he does off the field in his own time. What I do care is that he's a former SEC Defensive Player of the Year. He was a monster at Missouri, and while yes, he did kind of fall flat at the combine, while he did show that his limitations as an athlete were kind of severe, he still has the technique to become and be regarded as one of the best defensive players, in my opinion, and in almost a goddamn fact, the best conference for defensive players in college, the SEC. If you put that kind of production, I feel like with your little notoriety that you have, I want you to prove that you can be a football player at the National Football League level. I kind of challenged Michael Sam. I said, all right, we got Shawne Merriman over there. This guy here, all on TV, constantly all this stuff, pretty boy, whatever you want to call it. You're known. Do you just want to be known as, the gay guy that fizzled out? Or do you want to be known as the SEC Defensive Player of the Year that turned his career around and actually produced at an NFL level? And then he also just, is, gay and did all that positive stuff for gay rights and progression of gay athletes in American sports, all that stuff. Like, don't you also want to be considered a good football player? That was my challenge, and the fight and fire that he has shown throughout training camp and throughout the little practices here gave me enough confidence that we're going to have an open battle, Week 12 and Week 13, between lights out, between Michael Sam. The best player will get the job. So without further ado, let's pop into these games. But just wait. A brand new set of sliders have been released. I've been telling everyone I'm using Mat 10 sliders on All Pro because All Madden just isn't what you play. And he released a brand new set of sliders today. So if you don't want to go check out on Operation Sports, is where you probably should be checking out. Just pause the video here. These are the sliders, his new updated ones. Because everyone knows the 1.18 patch, which came out like a month or two ago, completely broke the game. Like, coverages make no sense. And this is the best that he has had to offer. So I figured I would show you guys this, as this is what I will be running on. Like I said, just pause the video and you can, match up the values, write them down, take a picture with your phone, which is what I did. And we can all be playing on the same sliders. Now, let's get into the gameplay. Where's Aldon Smith? Like, I added Michael Sam and Shawne Merriman, right? Where's Aldon Smith? Alton Voss, Holly, Browns, Whetstone, Ekampali, Sean Oakby. Where's Aldon Smith? All right, let's go defense. 3rd and 12 on the 29. They are in field goal range, and I've been actually using Shawne Merriman. So now it's time to go to the other side, give Michael Sam a little action here. 3rd and 12. Oh, there's just a terrible pass from Kirk Cousins. Bend but did not break. All right, a big third. I mean, we're in 4-down territory. I mean, are we, though? Can we just kick the... We're not even thinking about field goals right now. Let's go. Let's go, Cap. There you go, Cap. Well, got that big lawsuit money. Now he's running like he got house money. I like it. Caution to the wind. Oh, let's go, Chad Johnson. Chad Johnson! He is the best wide receiver in football right now. Throw the X up. Well, we bend but didn't break. Literally nothing happened. I'm still trying to figure out these sliders. This is also a slider debut for me. I don't know how I feel about them, but hey, anytime we're holding them to field goals could be a lot worse. Oh, Tebow. Oh, he's a god. Literally, probably is too. He's literally probably Jesus Christ reincarnated. All right, now faced with a 3rd and goal from the 9. We are in field goal range, so we will settle for a field goal to extend our lead. So let's kind of be conscientious with the ball. Tebow's feeling it on this drive, so maybe we could float it in. Just showing some arm talent there, Colin Kaepernick, but he didn't get in because the refs are going to screw us at every chance they get. And you knew as soon as you saw 4th and goal on the 1, there's only one play we're going to run here. We're going for it because not only do we think we could get it, but if we don't get it, there's no way Kirk Cousins, being the piece of human trash at quarterback he is, can orchestrate a 99-yard drive. So here we go. Teron Beckham gets the edge and extends the replacement's lead. God, Viking fans are in despair and disgust. Oh, Michael Sam off the edge. What a friggin' swim move. Beautiful. On our own 47, it's 4th and 3 after just a nothing drive where we just struggle to gain any sort of yards. So yeah, let's go for it. We always go for it. Oh, horrible play fake. Who's going to get... Oh, fuck. And a diving catch is made. Percy Harvin. I thought for sure that was only going to be a pick or a just goddamn incompletion. And Percy Harvin with the diving reception with... well, that's a good matchup. And now we get Percy Harvin on Eric Kendricks. Let's go. Keeps the drive going. 3rd and 7 on the 30. I mean, we are a field goal away from having at least a little bit of a safety. A little bit of a safety net. Terrible drop. Okay, let's try to make this and end it. Well, at least end it from our point of view that we can't lose on the next drive. Destroying has been debatably our best player. The kick is up, and it is good. Replacement 17, Vikings 9. All right, 3rd and 10. They're on their 25. Kirk Cousins has been horrific. These sliders, I don't know. Teams have not been throwing well on against our team. There's a nice little catch and grab there from Cousins to Thielen. But, just in general, that's something that I've noticed from the stats in every game that I've actually played is like quarterbacks have, I don't think a quarterback yet has gone over 250 yards. And the fact that the average overall of anyone in our secondary, oh my God, what did Michael Sam just do? The average overall of someone in our secondary is like 83 or 63 or something like that. Teams should be throwing all over us. So, again, sliders can only do so much. They can't fix the broken quarterback IQ. As Cousin is kind of rolling right now. Michael Sam, and to Shawne Merriman's credit, they've been shit disturbers off the edge, but only Michael Sam's got the sack. All right, here is the game 4th and goal on the 13. Protect the sticks. Let's just protect the sticks. Try to make Kirk Cousins do the impossible, and that is play good in the clutch. Let's go. We got Michael Sam bringing some pressure, and there we go. Very nice pass deflection from 32. And just like that, the battle of the 3 and 5s, the replacements, are the better than the overrated Minnesota Vikings. You know, when the fat man's out there singing, this game is over. 4th victory of the season. Mike Zimmer doesn't need his eye patch because, you know, look at it. Just look at this result. This Minnesota Vikings team, one of the most talented rosters in Madden, just got, let's call it what it is, got handled by the worst roster in Madden history. Tim Tebow had an exceptional play there, highlight reel play. We had effective play from the quarterback, Colin Kaepernick. We had effective play from our running back, Tyrone Beckham, as we win 17-9. But as you can see from the sliders, you know, still can't fix the quarterback. The coverage and just play call. Oh my God, man, they've patched this game to death. So it's, I mean, I'm still gonna try to adjust those sliders we showed you off the rip and maybe try to make them a little bit better. Like, I mean, you're not gonna get a better representation of this game than this. We should, in all reality, have great difficulty winning games, and they're hard. We get smoked when we sim, but when we play, it's still not. I don't want to say it's not as challenging as it should, because there are a lot of times that, hey, pat myself on the back, we make some good plays, but you know, it still should be a little bit harder. So these sliders still aren't perfect, but I guarantee for those of you guys that are looking for some sliders, they're probably as good as you're gonna get right now. Looking at our box scores here, Colin Kaepernick had 141 passing yards, a touchdown, no turnovers on the day. We had 66 rushing yards from Tyrone Beckham, which I think is his best game to date. You know, a little bit in here from Denard Robinson and Kaepernick. On the receiving front, Tebow, 4 catches, 67 yards. Ocho Cinco continuing his run. Another game, another tutty. On the defensive side, Cody Pruitt led the team with 4 tackles. Michael Sam had 3 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a sack, whereas Mr. Shawne Merriman only had 2 total tackles on the day. So 1 game in to this positional battle, and Michael Sam has the very slight edge. We still have next week's game against the Jets. Things could, you know, turn on their head a little bit, but so far, so good for Mr. Michael Sam. So as we get ready for game 2 of our doubleheader here, week 13 at home against the Jets. Another game, another week. Where is Aldon Smith? Like, this is ridiculous. Did he vanish into thin air? Is there something more? Can someone below let me know what has happened to Aldon Smith? This is ridiculous. We're paying him great money, and he got like 3 sacks in 2 games. All right, here we go in front of a packed crowd at FedEx Field as Jets open up with a touchdown. We get a safety, though. Good play from our defense. I wonder if that was either a Michael Sam or Shawne Merriman safety, but our offense has not been able to carry that momentum that we got against the Vikings into the sim, which is quite clear. So we're getting stomped here a little bit. Anytime Locke Edwards' ugly face is up there for that amount of time, you know nothing's good's happening on the replacement sidelines. All right, we got absolutely smoked at home in the rain. We'll just blame it on the weather. Sam Darnold had himself a field day, 3 touchdowns, as we only put up 2. Oh, Kaepernick, 115 yards, no touchdowns, 3 picks. Like, he plays good when we use him, but I mean, we might need to start thinking about a quarterback change here. I don't know if we go back to Jamarcus. I don't know what we do, man. I don't want to pose you guys with too many questions. But, I mean, when we play with them, Kaepernick's not bad. He's serviceable. Running the ball here, not terrible, I guess, from Tyrone Beckham. 4 broken tackles, too, is pretty nice. Literally no offense to speak of outside of that. Defensively, Senquez Golson had 10 tackles. So let's look. What do we get here? So, literally, none of the other guys showed up. B.J. Raji had a very nice game. 5 tackles, 3 TFLs. Sean Oakman had 2 TFLs. We got a half sack from Michael Sam. So, through 2 games during the tryouts, Michael Sam led Shawne Merriman in tackles. He led him in tackles for loss, which he had 1, and he had a sack and a half. Whereas Shawne Merriman, let's see, what did Shawne Merriman do? In 2 games, what did he even make a play? He had 1 tackle in this game. Does Shawne Merriman want a job? So I could tell you right now, 100% fact, that Michael Sam has played his way onto the replacements, and he is going to be our new starting defensive end. Congratulations! I mean, hopefully you can continue to bring a positive message. By all means, that's encouraged. But your play has earned yourself. Don't think that you're here for some publicity stunt. Your play has earned yourself a spot on the replacements. Now, when it comes to Mr. Shawne Merriman, where is Aldon Smith? If Aldon Smith is gone, I mean, we have another spot open on defensive end, and we might just be able to give Shawne Merriman the job. Now, it's awarding him the job for not for earning it, but again, I guess the only question I can leave with you guys right now is where the hell is Aldon Smith? Thank you guys for watching a new episode of The Replacements. As always, if your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button if you enjoyed. And until next time, guys, it's C4 saying peace out.
Money I'm spending, I'm out and I'm shopping. You talking that shit, well you talking and talking. Look at my options, look at me dropping. Ass in the game, like who are you stopping? Not me, I never. Not me, I never. Not me, I never. I'm way too clever. Look at the kid, Mr.